Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video on my channel. I hope you are having a brilliant day, whatever you are up to. I am on I'm about to start a little recovery run. Excuse me. I did a half marathon yesterday, which was pretty good. First kind of hard one for a few months, so very happy with that. Did it in about 1 hour 40, so pretty good time. What's that, 100 minutes, so you know, fairly good. Nothing like a PB or anything, but we're just kind of getting back, as I said, from injury. So for now, really happy with that, and today is all about recovery, so I'll probably do a, I don't know, maybe 8k, 10k recovery. We'll just see how we go. As always, there's no pressure on recoveries. If I'm feeling like it's a bit too hard or whatever, then I'll just stop or slow it down or just decrease the distance, whatever it is. I'll adjust, because recovery, it's all about just getting ready for that next kind of hard run for me anyway. As I've said before, if I go out too hard in recoveries, I often get injured, so we're trying to stop that the best we can. But yeah, definitely let me know what you are up to today. Are you going out for a run, a walk? You know, what are you up to? The weather's brilliant at the minute, a bit cold today to be fair, or colder than yesterday, but apart from that, it's pretty much perfect, so could I ask for more. But yeah, I'm going to get into the recovery run, guys. Going to do a little warm up, the usual stuff, just like a 2k jog with some high knees, bum flicks, that kind of stuff, and then get into it. About 5 minutes per kilometre pace, which is about 8-minute miles, and then go from there, see how I feel. But yeah, let me know what you're up to, and yeah, I'll get into the run. So yeah guys, going along pretty nicely now. As I said, very kind of easy going, 5 minute 20 per kilometre, so not too bad. Not feeling too awful from yesterday's half. A bit stiff as you'd expect, legs a bit tight, but apart from that, not too bad. It's all about just kind of recovering from that today and getting the work in. I'd usually do a bit of ab work halfway through a recovery run, as I've mentioned in previous videos, but with everything going on at the minute, it's not ideal to be touching things for both myself and other people. So we will avoid that today and probably for the near future. But yeah, usually about halfway through the run, I'd find some kind of outdoor equipment. It could be as simple as 2 bars side by side and do some like leg raises or bicycles, whatever it is, just to improve that core, which is obviously so important for running. But yeah, as I said, not today, not for a while. Obviously there's a lot of stuff you can do at home for abs and core, online workouts. There's loads of them going up at the minute. Every PT you see putting out you know, new kind of workout, which is understandable. They've got to make money at the end of the day. But yeah, improving the abs, improving the core, so important for running. From my experience, and from, you know, when you look at the professionals, they all do it. Kipchoge, Mo Farah, Bekele, all the best runners in the world, they all work really hard on their cores, and rightly so. But yeah, very interested to know how you guys tackle recovery runs. Do you do them? How fast do you go? Do you maybe go a bit too faster than possibly you should, like I do a lot of the time? Or have you got it pretty much under control? I know a lot of people have kind of different, what's the word? Kind of, I don't know, viewpoints on them, but also the way they do them is just a lot different to other people. Some people like to do different kind of recovery, like cross training, cycling, instead of running. But yeah, everyone's got a different methods. There isn't one, you know, kind of set perfect method, I don't think. It's completely up to you really what you do. But ultimately, I guess the main goal is always to prevent injury, because at the end of the day, if you're out for a few weeks, few months, that's going to ruin your running, and generally not going to be best for your kind of physical health or mental health, to be fair. So yeah, let me know how you tackle recovery. Do you run? Do you cycle? Whatever you do, let me know in the comments. I'll be interested to know. And do you feel maybe you don't know enough about recovery runs or whatever? I would like to know more. Just let me know anyway. But yeah, still going along pretty nicely, about 5:30 pace. Probably decided I won't do kind of 8k as I planned, just because I don't really need to. You know, not feeling totally recovered from yesterday, so it'd kind of be a bit of a waste to kind of keep going for longer than I need to and get more tired. So yeah, I'll probably do 5 to 6k and end it there. Another thing I like to focus on for recovery runs, if I can, it's not always possible, but it's to run on softer surfaces. You know, a lot of the runs, a lot of the races we do that are intense, they're on road, which is obviously a hard surface, probably not too great for the joints and all that. So when I can, if I can run on gravel, dirt, grass, especially on the recovery, it makes all the difference. You feel so much fresher generally through the run, and it's just a nicer experience, to be honest. You're not pounding the pavement with every step, and hopefully that's less damage on your legs. So yeah, I try and stay on the grass and dirt if I can. And another thing with that as well, obviously on recovery runs you're going to be going slower than usual, so for a lot of people it's probably a bit more boring, a lot more tedious. So if you can mix it up with a bit of trail, you know, something where you've got to kind of focus on your footwork, dodge the puddles, whatever it is, avoid the mud, just takes your mind off the kind of monotonous of recovery runs and can be a lot more enjoyable, to be fair. Obviously on a lot of more faster runs, usually you just kind of avoid this stuff if you're a road runner, because you know you're not going to go the fastest you possibly could. But on a recovery it doesn't really matter. If you can find a bit of trail, you know, just something to kind of keep you interested, keep you going, all the better. So 2.5k in now, guys, as I said, going along very slowly. Another point to mention with recovery runs, because you're often going, well, pretty much always going slower than you would normally, it gives you a chance to run with people you maybe wouldn't usually. You know, when you go out for a fast run, just a normal run, or reps, that kind of limits who you can run with a lot of the time, simply because they can't keep up. So if you're a really good runner or whatever, a recovery run allows you to you know, run with people you maybe wouldn't usually, and conversely, if someone's better than you, you might have a chance to run with them. So there's definitely a lot of positives of recovery runs, and also a good point with that, if you are running with someone on a recovery run, a good way to tell if it is a recovery run is, can you talk, can you keep a conversation, you know, without heavy breathing, because that's ultimately a good tester to see if you really are doing a recovery run. So just taking a breather now, guys, as we reach about 3k, so nothing too long, obviously, just nice and relaxed. One thing I should probably do when I do these recoveries on trail paths or grass or mud, I probably should switch out my trainers. I always use road trainers no matter where I go. Obviously a lot of the time I am on the road, but there are some times when my run maybe isn't so much road and is trail or grass or whatever, and really I should kind of use trail shoes, just because it's better grip. There's less chance of getting injured, to be honest. You don't want to kind of wear your road trainers out on a trail path, because ultimately that's not what they're designed for. So if you can invest in a pair of trail shoes or grass shoes or whatever, it's probably worth it in the long run for a lot of reasons. I know that can be quite expensive, but if you can do it, it's an investment. It will last you a long time, and even if you're just using them for recovery runs, it could last, you know, 5-6 months, maybe even longer. So yeah, that's something I should definitely do more. Just invest in some more trail shoes with a bit more grip that are more suited for the kind of terrain I do on recovery runs. But yeah, I need to have a look actually what kind of are the best shoes for recovery runs, because I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'll have a look at that and I'll see what I find. And also with recovery, there's absolutely no harm in, you know, having a little walk, having a little breather. As I said, it's all about recovery, you know, flushing out those toxins from yesterday's run, making you less stiff or whatever. So yeah, no pressure at all, no pressure on time limit or distance. For me anyway, this is what I've always done. And yeah, just keep it relaxed. If you want to walk for a bit, if you want to walk for the whole thing, I'd probably recommend it. It's just up to you. As long as you're not exerting, you know, anywhere near to like 100% effort or even 80% effort, you should be alright, to be honest, for a recovery run, from my experience anyway. It is hard sometimes to discipline yourself, well, I find that anyway, especially if you've got music. You know what music's like, certain song can carry you along at a faster pace just by the tempo of it. But if you can run without music, especially on a recovery run, it's probably for the better. I struggle to do it myself just because I enjoy music so much, but if you can do that, I definitely recommend it, just because you probably will kind of unknowingly go at a pace that you probably shouldn't be. That's what I've done many times anyway. But yeah, it is tricky. It is quite hard to discipline yourself, but if you can do it, it will make the big contribution to your success in the future, I'd say. And another thing with recovery, of course, something I try and do on my recovery days, is do a bit of strength conditioning. It's a perfect time, even if it's only 30 minutes, even 10 minutes, you can do a lot of work in that time, even if you're at home, obviously, which all of us are for most of the day now. So, you know, it could be just a little ab routine or squats. You can do a lot in your room, to be fair, or lunges or whatever. It can make a big difference to your running kind of performance, but also injury. And also on the recovery days, I make sure to kind of replenish the proteins, carbs that I've maybe lost the day before or expended the day before. Like yesterday with the half, that run burned nearly 2,000 calories, and I did replenish, of course, with protein and carbs, but I guess you've got to keep that up. Keep the energy stores nice and high, especially at the minute when you need your immune system to be kind of firing on all cylinders. So yeah, on your rest days, if you can do a bit of strength conditioning and keep your diet nice and good, you know, lots of fruit, veg, proteins, whatever protein you like, whether you're vegan or not, it can make a big difference. And a bit of strength conditioning never harms at all. But yeah, apart from that, guys, I think I'm probably going to end the video there. Let me know, as I said, how you tackle recovery days or rest days. Do you do strength conditioning? Do you do absolutely nothing? Just let me know what you do, and do you have a good diet, or is your diet kind of maybe a bit more relaxed on your rest days or whatever? But yeah, let me know. My diet's definitely not 100% perfect all the time, so don't worry about that. But yeah, let me know anyway, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, and as always, I'll see you next time.